Hey, it's Saya.
I'm Carol.
It's Tiffany.
That's Nicole, and this is what keeps us together.
Basically, the group chat in your head.
Living rent free.
Bow, bow, bow.
Bam. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
That's right. Welcome back.
Yes, and
Another
this week's
episode.
episode is actually sponsored by the Line DC, our homes where we record every other week. And we've got drinks this time from No Goodbyes Bar in the Line DC Hotel. It's located in Adams Morgan. Cute little boutique hotel. So if you're looking for a little staycation, or if you're not from here looking for a place to stay, great place to come. Cheers.
Cheers. Yay. All right. So this week for our song of the week, we're going to do some songs that are oldies, but truly goodies.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to start us off this week?
I just really want to know what Nicole's song is.
I have
All right.
so many to choose from.
I
That's
know.
how I'm like, and a Rolodex. See, some of y'all don't even know what that is. But
Fair.
Wow. Jesus Christ. They wouldn't.
I'm triggered by that.
what a Rolodex?
No, people
But-
don't know what it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I barely know what it is, but here I am.
Oh.
Here you are.
What's your song, Nicole?
No, I don't want to go.
Oh, you're
first.
really not ready. Okay, I can go.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna do this song is called, what is it called? Helen's Testimony, but you might know it as I had a praying grandmother. And I really like this song because
That's
it's
how I know it.
it's a story, and she's talking about how like she was on crack and she was like
Oh my God.
prostituting herself. Like it is a crazy, wild story. And in the middle of it, she starts singing like, and she prayed for me. I got a praying grandmother. Hallelujah. And I just remember it being on the radio like every Sunday morning on the way to
Sunday
church.
morning.
And this song is a solid, cool 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know. I just really,
Who
really
who
liked
sings
it.
this song? Isn't it Shirley Caesar?
So I don't, it's Helen Baylor.
No, she did. I remember Mama. Never mind.
Yeah, but when I looked it up, Shirley Caesar kept coming up too. But the person's called is Helen Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It just really reminds me of like old times.
Not old.
I don't know why, but it does. I really like it. It's a good one.
Who's going next?
I can. Mine is more like a group than a specific song, but anything by the Isley Brothers, I feel like it's like just very fitting of the oldies
Yeah.
but goodies. It like is my childhood. I feel like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So to that point, one that keeps coming back to me, I actually was at a cookout and I remember singing it to this woman. Like she's like an aunt. And I guess I was trying to compliment her though. I don't know, but it was a thing at the time. But Brick House, like
Oh, yeah.
she's a brick house.
Do you just like start singing as she walked by?
It's my
Yeah.
yeah, because that's what she did to me today. Talking about boots and thighs.
So
Just
this
singing it
tracks-
at me
so this
as I
is-
walked in the room.
this is-
So
this
yeah,
is
I'm
who
sure that's
she
what she
is.
did to
What
her
song
aunt.
was that?
I just, you know, I don't even know if it's a real song. It's like boots and it's not boots and thighs, but it's like off of a cartoon. I think it's something, but I changed it to
Okay.
boots and thighs. And never mind. Anyway, Brick House is my song.
That reminds me of a Wizard Kelly from The Proud Family. Every
That's
time
a
that
good
song
one.
comes on.
All right, so mine is not really an old school song, but it makes me think of old school people. Diamond in the Back.
Sun rooftop,
yeah.
dig
By
in the
Luda.
scene with
I don't
the
know
gangster lean.
who is the sample from? I was trying to figure that
Yeah.
out, but
I don't know
that
who
would
it
get me,
is, but I
get
was
me,
singing the
get
original.
me every time.
Gangsta wild.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember Luda's. I only remember the
The
Well,
original.
who's the original? That's what I'm saying.
I
I don't
don't
know. Well, therein lies my
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie today.
Well, Google is a powerful tool.
Ain't it GTS?
Fine.
Was trying. I didn't get there fast enough. Thank
But she was trying to go laugh.
you. Right.
I feel like when we were talking
William
about
Devon. There.
oh, okay.
I don't know who that is. Exactly. See?
When we were considering doing songs that remind us of our grandmothers, mine was going to be a Jamie Foxx song because she always used to be like, that man can act, but he sure can't sing. So every time I think of it, every time I see him singing a song, I think of my Nana.
Wow, I really liked his album.
Listen, I do too. It just is so funny. She was unwavering on her sentiments or on his vocal abilities.
Dang.
I would say I feel like his vocal abilities are not strong, but his music, he does what he needs to do to get his music across.
He's
but
not a terrible singer.
He's not
Not a
terrible.
great
But I can understand that
singer,
he's not
yeah.
like your favorite.
Right.
I think if I had to think about my grandparents, it would probably be Mahalia Jackson. My grandfather used to would put the album on type. That's what we would play, or he would play. He need to hear a word from the Lord. I don't know.
Yes, I
from
do.
Selma.
I do.
Mahalia, I need to hear a word from the Lord.
Okay. So today's
Oh, never mind.
No, go
We
ahead.
started the tangents
Previous
early
episode.
today.
we did. Okay. So what are we talking about today?
So today's topic is, I guess you would say, Black myths or folklore. So I guess what got us talking on the topic are things that we've heard in the past that maybe didn't quite make sense to us or what have you. But we came across an Instagram post by Lyrically Correct that, well, first of all, it's a game and they just post random things. It's a card game, but the post pretty much lists like 1 through 9 of things that Black people, what is it titled? Things that Black people, I think we're going to read it. There we go.
Things Black people take seriously.
Number 1, spades. That is a definite. 2, knowing who made the mac and cheese. Makes me think of our reel.
I've been bamboozled more than once.
Woo, child. Hurt.
Not eating everybody's cooking. People taking off running in public. That makes me think of that episode of Harlem, but we can talk about it. Clocking out. Stevie Wonder B-Day song. Knowing who all over there. Who does their hair in first day of school outfit, which was a thing for my mother, but never a thing for me. But, it tracks.
I remember like putting out my outfit, planning it, like down to my accessories, hair, shoes. But now the rest of the week, no, I probably had like a solid weeks of clothes, but then I was back to my olds. But like that first week, couldn't tell me nothing.
I don't know if I put as much thought into it as I do now, but I definitely thought I was putting thought in. Looking back, it was.
What do you mean? Like, what's your first day of school now?
Well, I mean, from the standpoint of like just getting dressed
Every
general
day
for school, I did not care. Like I cared enough to be like, oh, okay, this is different, but not enough to be like, oh, this goes. Like this goes together. You know what I mean?
First of all,
oh, I'm gonna put this with this. No, I didn't do all of that. I was like,
Just like this is new and this is new.
Right,
I cared way more than I do now.
My first day of school outfit was these fresh pair of Timbs. I got this flight
was in high
jacket,
school.
a long white tee.
That was not all through elementary
This
and
knife?
middle school. That was high school.
My new knife.
School night.
This new blade.
Definitely part of Nicole's Get Ready With Me.
First of all, can I tell you how old I was when I realized that was the thing on social media? I thought it was grown woman.
Same. I was like, this is the man. Why does it say grown woman? I'm not understanding what's happening.
Someone else asked me the exact same question. I was like, do y'all not like read the comments or the hashtag?
Well, you
or
know,
nothing?
sometimes when you're not even looking at or like at the actual reel, you're like maybe scrolling and you keep
Yes.
seeing it over and over. And I'm like,
But you
what's
didn't notice
happening?
they were all getting dressed?
No,
No,
I don't
because I
watch it
wasn't
long
watching
enough.
that long enough. Yes, I was like, what is happening? And then I'm a woman. What is happening?
I was like, wow, we were old because I had this exact same conversation with another one of my friends.
Wow.
But I don't
feel like
hers
there's
and
a
hers.
divide.
I won't even say nothing.
So to that point, things I guess we would say of old for some. What are some things that you can think about what are some things that you learned from your mama and your grandmama coming up?
That were lies or just trying to figure out like
That were true.
Like
where we're
myths.
going here.
Like just standard Black myths that you heard from your people.
Can we do like Black like staples
Yes.
instead of myths? Okay, because I'm not sure
Absolutely.
if all mine are like myths.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But what are some things that were like, I guess, handed down to you?
So like if it's thundering outside, like the lights gotta go off, the TV gotta go off. Like you sit
And you can't shower.
I don't remember about the shower, but I remember like she would my grandma would be like sit on the couch, like
Yeah.
sit here,
Don't do
be
nothing.
still,
So-
don't do nothing.
My grandmama would have me crack the window like this much, so then that way we could catch the breeze of the fresh air or listen to the rain hit the windowsill. But then she like lay here while the Lord is talking, and I'm like,
That was her trying to get you to nap.
right?
Yes.
That's
You
exactly
didn't have
what
to turn
that
off the
was.
lights, but my mom was certainly like, don't take a shower while it's thunderstorming out.
That is so
Oh.
interesting.
But it's interesting for me because it's only at my grandmother's house. Like like when I was at home in Virginia, it didn't matter. But we went to Mississippi where there were no street lights. The next house was like I don't know, several yards down the road. It's a dirt path. Like we're sitting in the pitch black, sis. Like why?
She done
Why?
lifted some things. She said, don't be playing.
Right. Like I
Don't be
can't read a
playing God.
book. We can't play a game. Like we
Nothing.
can't do no. We just gotta sit here.
So my grandparents live next door to us. I remember it started storming outside. My grandmother called our house and said, "Why are the lights still on? It is storming out, and y'all need to turn everything off." And my mother was like, "Can y'all please go turn everything off before Mama comes up here?" Like
Not her
it
gonna
was
go
a
outside.
serious thing.
Not her being sheriff of the town. I see
Well,
lights outside.
What they doing over yonder?
right.
Okay, what else?
No, I have one, but I want to go last because I want to hear your thoughts. It's like a backstory to it. So, what other things have?
Now I want to know what it
Read
is.
too. How do you like?
I don't
give
wanna
the lead
wait.
in, but then
I'm
be
sorry,
like, but wait.
I didn't mean to do that.
We'll do it.
Okay, so
Go ahead, do it.
This is not it, but the thing about the macaroni and cheese and potato salad,
Mhm.
like my mother would feed us before we would go places,
Oh, yeah. So we wouldn't ask for nothing when we
so
got
we wouldn't
there.
ask for nobody's
Yep.
food.
For sure.
My mom would do it if she knew that I'm picky when it comes to food in general.
So she already knew. Feed Carol before
Yeah,
we
the
leave.
mom was
'cause
like,
she ain't
just
gonna
eat
eat.
because she didn't want me to be rude and disrespectful by not eating
Or
their
embarrass
food.
her.
Or yeah, so she'd just be like, just eat this, and then when you get there, just like snack a little something.
Uh-huh.
something.
That's
My
a
mama
smart
made
woman.
me. My mama
Yeah.
made me call her. I had to call her if I was at a friend's house and they wanted to feed me something.
Not call her first.
Wow.
Yes. You have to, my mama said I can't eat at your house until I call her first.
Why? What was she scared of?
I don't know if it was 9 times out of 10 she got on the phone and she was like, till back down to the house, back for these people's food.
Back up in these people trying to act like you're hungry, like I don't feed you. The way black people have always been
talking through the lockjaw that just feels so like home.
does.
through the
does.
phone, through the
Right,
phone,
you can see your face.
and you can feel it.
My mama said I have food at the house.
Look, she already cooked. Sorry, I gotta go.
Oh my
Get home,
goodness.
won't nothing.
Right.
That is hilarious. I thought it
Dumbo.
was a real reason, not that she didn't want you to look greedy.
Nah,
Yeah,
you had
no.
allergies. That's what I thought she was gonna.
That's
No,
exactly
no,
why I
my
thought it
mama
was going.
like,
Nah, black people
I
have
am
allergies.
making up-
That's another black myth. That is not true.
We don't feel pain.
Yeah. Oh, that's a terrible one.
Ain't it?
Yeah, in the
Ain't
medical
it?
field. Yeah.
That's a
Or our
horrible
tolerance
one.
for pain is higher.
Aw, triggered.
Right.
Okay, Nicole, I want to hear your real one.
Okay, so don't split the pole.
That's what you didn't want to tell us? What's the backstory?
My grandmother always used to say, "Don't split the pole." And I was watching something, I want to say like literally like 2 weeks ago, and they started explaining why you don't split the pole. So I think I'm going to say when slavery started, when they would have herds of black people instead of like you being in chains. So maybe it's the point before you're chained or after they remove the chains or whatever. And they would push them into these rooms that if you split the pole, it separated you. So then in some instances, your family would get separated. So like, let's say the 4 of us are a family. And as we're walking, like naturally you're being herded with hundreds of people.
Why is this so traumatic?
Well, that's
This is
why
why she didn't want to say it earlier.
this is
Jesus.
exactly.
Well, you should have told me that. It was like
She tried, Carol.
I
She
did.
tried.
I did.
I need specifics.
Obviously not hard enough, but I
I
used
know
to
where we were going.
I used to wonder why my grandmother was always like, "Don't split the pole," or like when you know how like you're walking up on the sidewalk, my grandma would grab me up, and I'm like why you're sitting there trying to figure out why is this so serious, and then like here I am at 35, and I hear this, and I was like this is like real trauma, but I'm like my grandmother wasn't a slave, so this is obviously something that's been passed
Mhm.
down from generation to generation by word of mouth, but it just to your point, like things that you
Jesus Christ.
learn from your people or like right.
Not
It's-
expecting you to say
but
that.
you think about how many other things that we've learned from times past that came from learning things during slavery, like how we cook certain foods, why
Mhm.
black people eat a lot of pork. It's, it's the scraps. It's what we were given. But
Yeah. Wow, this took a dark turn
So
early.
who's bringing it back? Who's
yeah,
bringing it back?
I was trying to, or so I think Tiff, you mentioned it, using different food products to relieve
Well,
let me say this, home remedies.
yeah, I was talking about earlier about how just like how things that are passed down are like old wives' tales is like kind of like how
Mhm.
we're taught about it. And it's like things that are in that like weird gray space of things that like people don't talk about enough. So like pregnancy and like remedies for things that you experience while you're pregnant, while you're nursing, when you have a newborn, things of that nature. And so I was like watching a couple of like I don't know, Instagram reels, and there was this woman, she was talking about the inserts that you put in like when you're lactating that you thought like were to like catch the letdown or whatever, like when you're nursing. And she thought that it was just so like your shirt wouldn't get wet, but it actually helps prevent, because it's what it's made of. It's made of wool. So it like helps prevent you getting clogged ducts because of like what it's actually like made of. And like wearing socks while you're nursing also prevents you from getting clogged ducts because it helps the milk not congeal because you're warmer. Like your body temperature is warmer.
Yeah.
And just like little things like that are not like based in science. I mean, they obviously are, but like they're not like taught to you in like the traditional sense. Like it's just passed down knowledge. It's not like you're going to open a handbook and it's going to tell you that in there, so to speak. So like there are a lot of things like that I feel like that we learn from our moms, our grandmothers, just like being in like the Black community that are not like just like taught to us in any other way.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think to that point, like you brought up like leaves of cabbage.
Right.
So like help with.
I used to work at a hairdresser. So, you know, where the Black women talk at the hairdresser. And I remember somebody coming in and specifically saying, I don't know how it came up, but putting cabbage in your bra when you're pregnant or after you've had your baby to help your breast not be engorged, but utilizing castor oil for sickness and other things like that.
Yeah.
Cod liver oil.
I was like, my cod liver oil is when I was going to bring up. My mom used to like, anytime they had a cold, they would do like a teaspoon or something and swallow that. And that like knocked it out.
My parents also used something called Saft that was almost like Vicks, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. My pastor at church used to rub it on his gums before he preached. I was like, I don't know what's happening. How was this a thing of all things? But they used it for everything.
I always wonder how that begins. Like, what were the trials and errors that you tried that the other remedies that you thought were remedies, and then and you honed in on this one.
Yeah, Trey has allergies now, and my mom suggested putting Vaseline under his eyes when he goes outside to kind of like catch
all the pollen,
pollen first before it gets in his eyes.
Yeah,
then it helps.
But that makes a lot of sense.
It does, but I would have thought that he would have like rubbed it in his eye and it would have been an issue. But he hasn't. It's been working for him. His eyes have not been itching as much as they have been since we did that. Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
That's so cool.
Or hot toddy. I know that's always been a big one. Like making you make yourself a hot liquor drink. You make yourself a cocktail.
And warm it up.
Get all that stuff out of the
Not
chest.
cold
Get
out.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like Robitussin is owned like by Black people the same way Hennessy is for colds. Put some tussin on
Ginger
it.
ale.
Never heard of a white person putting Robitussin on. Yeah, ginger ale is its own ministry.
Believe in ginger ale.
Ginger ale, saltine crackers, and rest.
If I'm ever feeling just a little bit off, it's ginger ale and laying down.
Right.
No, but specifically, my mom was like, it has to be like room temperature. Like it can't be cold.
Flat.
It has to be room temperature ginger ale. She's like, it'll just knock out whatever's happening in your stomach. I remember like looking up the ingredients in ginger ale. There's zero real ginger. In ginger ale. Zero.
If anything,
most of them.
At my big age is the sugar-free one, because if I drink the sugar ginger ale, I feel worse.
But there's so much sugar in regular ginger ale.
That's why I don't drink it.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, my sister does like ginger beer.
I like ginger
She
beer.
transition to ginger
The
beer.
Fever Tree one's really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
We're bougie. Yes, girl, the fever.
Yeah.
Tree.
I think we could go on cooking for days, but I mean, in my household, mac and cheese and potato salad was the thing. But people's greens.
Oh yeah, you don't
not washing them.
Not washing your greens or drinking pot liquor.
Oh
to cure
to
things.
cure things. The pot liquor for sure. That's something family members would be like, yeah, just get a little bit of pot liquor.
Little do you know, pot liquor is like I mean, granted, I understand the concept because if you're boiling all the nutrients out of your greens, it's in the pot liquor. But the amount of sodium in it from whatever meat you know put in them greens.
But that's also a Black culture thing. Cooking your vegetables to the point where they're no longer nutritious.
It's so
gotta have
delicious.
It's gotta have a meat with it. The vegetable gotta have a meat with it. What's wrong with your vegetables? They ain't got no meat in it.
I remember like cooking green beans one time. They were still green, and they're like, "Oh no, those are not done." I'm like,
these greens are crunchy. Did you mean to do that?
They're not done. It needs about 25 more minutes.
Exactly. And I have been kicked off of green bean
Not
duty
kicked off.
because I like mine crunchy.
I feel like
with the nutrients.
Yes, I do. I like mine green still.
You know, my niece likes to roast all of her vegetables, and I'm just like, you mean you like them burnt?
Yes.
She's like, no, they're just roasted. I'm like, but it's all crispy, don't you like? But again, you know, I'm the old black lady, so
I also feel like moonshine is like I've never heard of like white people drinking moonshine like that.
Oh, I
Like,
have the country ones. I have.
oh,
yeah, the country people.
okay, I guess I don't know them.
Yeah.
So like my country black family
Yeah.
drink moonshine, but I feel like it's like that same way that whoever, you know, you have the person that makes mac or the person that
Mhm.
makes
Yeah,
drinks.
yeah.
You have a person that
Yeah,
makes
Yeah, you
moonshine.
should die. You should die. You don't have,
You
But
don't
it's
have that
always-
concoction right.
But like
Right.
our like family one is like they always cut up half a peach and put it in it
Just see if it's any good.
and to like flavor it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's never just straight. It's
Okay.
always like has like half a
Whatever.
peach
The
in
wrong
it.
person
You know
doing
what's
that, you
good?
will
If your-
die. Just
If the
FYI.
fruit loses the color, then it's good. I've had it before.
I've had it,
didn't
but
even
same
know
thing.
that.
I've heard that too. So I'm just like, I'm good.
Right.
I don't need this
I don't-
level of alcohol in my body.
I know. I just know that it exists. I've only
delicious, though.
experienced it once.
Oh no,
You ain't been on the
that's a
cold long
staple
enough.
in our
I'm about to say, you ain't been
household.
around the cold long enough.
Yeah.
I'm just scared. Like I want to go home. I want to make it home.
And you're not.
You will make it home. But see,
Eventually, just
I
not.
want to go home.
the
It's
issue
just not the same day
is
you took it.
with moonshine is you can't shoot it. Like I think people see it and they
Oh,
think
that's
it's like
the bit.
regular. Like it's like
Who thinks that?
regular.
Who said that?
Right.
Who said
Some
that?
people think that moonshine is like your typical liquor bottle and that you can just pour it in a shot glass and take a shot of it. It's something that you sip slow
Real slow.
over a period of time. It's not anything you take into
That
the
mason
head.
jar of moonshine to last you at least 10 years minimum. If you want to live
Honestly
your
and
life.
truly.
At my house,
10
maybe
days.
5 years.
Days. And another, I would say, along with spades, for my family, Uno and Phase 10 have become
Oh.
just as serious and will ruin lives,
Yeah.
like spades will.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't care what Uno says. You can stack,
Stack
draw twos and
on
draw fours.
stacks
So I don't care. Uno don't know
and
how to play
stacks.
Uno. So stop trying to tell us how to play.
Right.
So to
No.
your point, Black people's incessant need to make up their own rules
Yes,
in
that is
every
its own
game.
culture.
I got
House,
the house rules.
for Black people
That's
is its
fine.
own culture.
Yeah.
Because the way that I had never experienced that until I played Uno with Black people, I was like, "What? You stack a what? You gonna have the whole deck in your hands?" I'm like, and
That's exactly what we're going for.
And draw four. And draw four.
Skip, reverse.
Okay, so can we go back to spades real quick because it's a game that I'm not gonna say everybody because not everybody knows how to play spades. That most Black people know how to play, but will never teach. And
sure.
you cannot be nobody's partner if you're a newbie. Like I'm not playing with you. You have your partner. That's the person you play with, and that is what it
This is
is.
the exact reason why I know the concept of spades, but I'm not good at strategy because I messed up one time. And Dad, I'll never forgive you for
the
this.
same way you got kicked off of vegetable duty.
Yeah, my dad, he yelled at me. This is the only time my dad's ever yelled at me. We were playing spades. I forgot what I
Not
did.
the only
And I
time.
was just like,
You
I'm never-
reneged, didn't you?
no, I didn't renege. That's the one thing I know not to do. I forgot what I did. And he yelled. And I'm sure he was joking, but I took it clearly. Took it personally.
Play to this day.
Right.
Emotional
I have
damage.
Hey.
I'll never forgive you for that, Dad.
I will say I've like a couple of people have taught me how to learn how to play spades because I
Taught
get
me how
so,
to learn how to.
Oh, taught me how to play spades.
Yes.
Sorry.
There we go.
Because I feel like I am the same way where I know y'all take this for serious and I'm not that serious about this and I don't want to ruin anybody's mood. Like
Right.
it's Thanksgiving. It's supposed to be a joyous occasion. Like if you are willing to teach me, I'm willing to learn sort of that. I don't want to be a part of it. So I've learned how to play spades like a number of times, but I go long periods without playing. So I need like refresher courses and that's like where it
Mhm.
gets like kind of dicey.
Right. Well, besides spades, I would say dominoes is probably the
I was about to say
Yeah.
that for real.
But there's
I'm-
also different kinds. I didn't realize that either. Like there's regular dominoes, there's Mexican dominoes,
Oh, yeah.
there's like, so you have to also make sure you're playing like the
The right
same
game.
True.
game of
Yeah.
dominoes. Because I only know how to play Mexican dominoes. I don't know how to play like
Oh,
regular dominoes.
I don't know what I
Yeah.
play now that you mention it. But I
Yeah.
do know I've heard that they're different. I just assume someone would tell me when they were
Which one
doing
it is? Which one is this? What Domino's is this?
Call the game.
Right.
Call the game.
You know what I'm doing here.
So
Yeah.
I think. Oh,
no, go ahead.
I was gonna switch gears, so if you're on it, you're good.
I was just gonna throw in there rubbing your newborn down with olive oil because I saw that randomly on TLC.
Olive oil?
Yeah. You remember back in the day on TLC when they would have like those baby shows or whatever? I remember like it was yesterday. They played an episode and the girl's mom came to her house to like, help when the new parents. And she's like, go get the olive oil. And I'm like, she about to bless this baby. She's like, you got to rub the baby down with olive oil so their skin won't,
That's so true because they don't want you putting like products on them.
Right.
I just had this conversation with my friend who had a baby and her baby's skin was really flaky. And she's like, what did you put on your son? I was like, girl, I'm pretty sure I put a Vino on him the moment he came out of my vagine. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's olive oil. Because I mean, if you think about it, it's a natural product.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
But I tried to put coconut oil on him when he was young and he broke out.
well, because
Yeah.
you also don't know if your
Coconut's an
baby,
allergen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if olive oil is.
Shouldn't be, I don't
I
think.
don't know either. These kids these days, I don't know. They're not the same.
Built definitely
definitely
built
built
different.
Weren't you the one that said black people don't have allergies?
Yeah. Until we find out we do.
Also,
Right, you be halfway dying.
Yeah.
And then be like, somebody's like, you could go and get an allergy test.
Right. How old were when you found out you were allergic to something before you just
Let me tell you, my parents kept me on Benadryl to the point where, one, I did not realize that I was being
trying to sit you
like,
down.
yes. I was one of them kids be running around next thing you know, you just be like,
CPS
I'm just gonna lay. I'm gonna lay. They're like, baby, you're tired. Yes, I'm so tired. I don't know why.
wow, they're going to jail.
Come find out. I was allergic to everything known to man. Did they give me a allergy test? No.
Oh
Just
my
was
God.
like, here, take this Benadryl. Just sit it down
Your
somewhere.
parents are criminals.
that is terrible.
Black people don't have
They
allergies.
don't. I feel like, yeah, same. Like, there's a long time I don't feel I've learned I was allergic to something till like way
Right.
later in life.
My parents are just like, I mean,
But we also learned
It's
that that's
Benadryl.
the thing, that like your body can just like take it and take it and take it, and then one day it'll just throw up its hands and be like, fine, here, damn. Fine.
you want to die? You want to die?
I
Fine.
don't want to do it so much.
Oh man.
goodness.
I feel like there's the element too of like foods that we talked about, like how nobody else in your family can make certain things.
Mhm.
My grandmother's thing used to be, my mom's mom used to be strawberry cake. Like it is legendary. Like people outside of my family know that this was the thing that she used to be responsible for. One good time, my mom made a strawberry flavored dessert for Thanksgiving. It wasn't strawberry cake. It just was like something like in the general family. My grandmother is the nicest lady ever. The eyes she cut at my mom all
Oh.
Thanksgiving.
Is it your mom's mom?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like, what are you doing?
You tried it.
I will never forget it. I just was like, wow. Okay, so you knew that this was she's like, this is my terrain.
Right.
Don't touch it.
encroach.
Like, you can have all the pecan pie. You can make whatever yellow cake you want. You can make the apple pie, whatever. Strawberry, anything. Leave it alone. That was
so-
the energy.
They ain't come to see you, Otis.
That's so interesting though, because I feel like in so many cases, it's like, let me teach you, let me pass this down to you.
Yeah, and I don't.
If
So, like,
had
she was like,
asked.
when I die,
Right.
while I'm here, it's mine.
well, I think that honestly was part of it because she did she was like very like willing to teach you like anything. Like my mom, my grandmother like made my favorite oatmeal. I came to learn that it was because I loved it so much because it had
Sugar.
sweetened condensed milk.
Oh yeah, all through it.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, this is why it tastes like candy,
Yes.
for breakfast.
I
But
love
like
it.
my mom like did learn so many of my grandmother's recipes and like knows how to cook so much because of my grandmother. But it was just like one of those things that like, this is what I do. Like I'm known for this. Like this is like the one thing, especially like, like as she aged, like she wasn't making as much for Thanksgiving
right.
anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So like this was the one thing that she still like
It's hers.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I think that was especially why it was like touchy too.
Aw.
But it was,
Actually really sweet.
Just like looking like, oh,
You know, okay, so to your point, my sister's that way about her sweet potatoes and baked beans. It's like if somebody else tries to bring it, she'll like, what is your purpose here? And why is this? I've seen my sister
Put it in the back.
Mhm.
take it and put it, like relocate it at the cookout and be like, don't nobody want this. Like,
This is after mine is gone.
uh-huh. Actually, I brought mac and cheese to the function they have put out the other macaroni and cheese first for the greedy folk to go through. You know, the greedy folk that want to get in the line 1st.
Mhm.
Go ahead and eat that. And then they put my good stuff. Like, we didn't see that pan out there. It's because you should have waited. Should have waited on the Lord.
So wait on the Lord. Oh, you know what's another a good like black staple? So at funerals, we're gonna have fried chicken,
Mhm.
green beans,
Mac and cheese.
maybe. Well, it depends on who died.
Cornbread?
I feel like the mac and cheese is like if they tied.
Not there being levels to this shit for
There
funerals.
Oh God!
Oh, God.
How much did your ties pack into that?
Potato salad.
It's like packages. So it's like bare minimum, didn't tie, only came on Easter.
You could only get the bronze package
Yeah, and
because
then-
you tithed only a portion.
Yeah, you
of
only
yours.
came on Easter and Christmas.
Right.
And then
CME.
there's like, then there's the other levels that get the mac and cheese.
a dutiful servant.
Yeah. Or like, that's how it looks. That comes with the green beans, the mashed potatoes, yams.
I'm sick.
Yes.
Done.
And then baby showers, you always have the meatballs.
No,
uh-huh.
for sure.
Yeah. So I'm planning. I'm hoping.
Oh, and we don't mean Swedish meatballs. We mean
Like baby shower meatballs.
Yeah.
like they're. I don't know. They're like
Barbecue,
barbecue
grape
and
jelly.
grape jelly.
Yeah,
That's-
it's like I don't even know. Like,
With a
Yeah.
Oh, Patrick, I gotta put you on. Okay,
yeah,
See,
he's never
Patrick-
had real black
Patrick
people.
hasn't-
baby shower meatballs. How you make the sauce is barbecue. Well, it's ketchup,
Mm,
grape jelly.
mhm.
First of
You
all,
gotta put some
wait. Gatekeep a little bit. This is this podcast worldwide.
It
we do
don't matter.
we do
Ingredients
have
you won't
one
have.
person in Germany that listens to this podcast.
It
so
doesn't matter because you can try to make it. It don't mean it's gonna come out right. Because if you
That's
don't
true.
know the measurement,
that's true.
you
Okay.
know,
All right.
and you gotta add ginger ale to it.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
I have seen people put
Yeah,
a
dude,
bit of soda in it
No.
to give it.
You gotta do
Not her
garlic
having the
powder,
recipe.
chili sauce, and grape jelly.
See, I don't like the chili sauce baby
Well, you
shower
don't like
meatballs.
hot.
I like the barbecue.
Yeah, you don't like
ones.
hot.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
fine.
I do
I want a
remember
little kick.
making like the mistake of asking if like the meatballs were like if they were
Store-bought.
beef or pork
Oh.
and they're or like turkey and they're looking at me like first of all, we will never have turkey meatballs. Like who are you? So I just know to avoid them at all costs. But I do miss eating them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or
Can y'all make them with turkey, please? Some
I
of
feel
us.
like I
with
did it
turkey
once.
meatballs?
Didn't I?
You made the meatballs to the baby shower?
No.
Mm.
I don't.
That's what I'm talking
At
about.
my Christmas party.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
don't
talking
know
about
that.
when I go to to a Negro baby shower, I would like to have the option of eating the meatballs.
Okay, but when I do them for Christmas, I do cranberry, not grape, and barbecue sauce.
Cranberry sauce?
Okay.
And your meatballs?
You ate them and enjoyed them, but yeah.
I'm about to say I liked them.
Okay,
I
forget
probably
it.
didn't eat them.
I
because
don't want to be. I
thought that they
don't want
weren't.
to be aired out on this podcast. That's not
I enjoyed them. They were good to me. I was over there.
I probably
Yeah.
assumed I couldn't have them, so I didn't even eat them.
Fair.
Nicole's like, they were
All right.
gross.
I
Turkey? Ah.
don't remember having them, to be honest.
It's okay. It's okay.
Anyway, go
Oh
ahead.
my gosh.
Oh, terrible.
Oh, you know another black culture thing? Maybe it was a Baptist black culture thing. I love the Usher programs.
Oh, Usher Day.
Like Usher Day when they
Mhm.
celebrate the little two-step.
They celebrate the two-step or the ushers.
The two-step, because I'm ready to go after they walk in. I want to
And
see
that's
them
at the
walk in.
beginning.
That's all
Yeah.
I needed.
I want to see them walk in. I want to see them, and that's my favorite part.
You know, okay, so church choirs used to march in almost every Sunday.
Oh my God, they sure
They
did.
used to be every Sunday.
Every
and they
Sunday.
don't do it
March
anymore.
into the pulpit
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it used to be a thing for the choir to walk in.
No,
It's
why
like
don't we
you
do
want to
robes
get
anymore? What happened to
because
that?
they stink. Because it's hot.
Well, one, it was hot.
You did
Two,
laundry?
I don't know if it's because they. Well,
You have a whole
No,
week.
that was it. That was it. As
It
well.
was it because you would sweat them things all
Yeah.
service, and then they would put them in a
Better
closet.
Yeah.
for next Sunday.
Yeah, it's like ew.
But
For a
every
random
once in a
person to wear
while-
them next Sunday,
Yes,
not the same
disgusting.
person.
Well, most of them had their name in it.
Mm-mm.
And then
not
you
for
would-
us new members.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I got the one bad robe.
not that. Trauma.
Emotional damage.
Yikes.
Yeah, no, I hate that. I've always hated that
Spiritual
concept.
Since we're talking about church or walking down the middle aisle of the church,
Oh, during service?
yeah,
That's blasphemous.
Mm-hmm.
or
Or while they're praying.
Yes.
Oh
Moving
my
it all.
God.
moving
Yeah.
while praying,
Right?
that is an offense.
Somebody gonna cut us.
I feel like you'd be playing freeze tag. You'd be like, walking, somebody start praying, you're just like,
You know, it's also funny too. Like when the usher, like when you go to church and the ushers are not friendly.
Yeah.
But like
and they won't let you in the door. They
Wait
look
a
at you.
minute.
it is so scary sometimes.
It's
I
like
had
going to
that.
Caribbean restaurants. You know, the food is good if the service is bad.
You know, the church is good if the ushers are rude.
No, I wouldn't agree
I
with
don't.
that.
I don't know that.
Mm.
Is that what you're saying?
No,
I went
that's
to a
not what I'm
church.
saying.
I went to a church in California, and first of all, the time got mixed up. Like what time I was supposed to meet somebody at the church was just mixed up. So instead of us sitting outside in the middle of Watts with our luggage, we decided to go in the church and wait for the person I need to wait for.
So you weren't meaning to go to church?
No, well, no, we were
You were on
supposed to
East
meet
Coast time and they
after
were on West
church.
Coast time.
No, we're supposed to meet after church, but church just went a little bit longer
Oh,
than
okay,
expected.
gotcha. I thought you just went to a random church.
No. So the person wasn't like, okay, let me come outside and put your stuff in the car. So we walked in, we have all of our luggage,
I thought you were terror.
and the usher looks at me and goes, church started at 11. And I'm like,
They
Like-
put you in the overthrow, the overflow area.
well, no. She looked at me and I said, well, I obviously didn't anticipate to be here. She's like, well, you can sit right here on this last pew. So she opens the door. And then afterwards, like immediately right after benediction, she walked to me and goes, we hope to see you next Sunday, but just remember that it starts at 11. And
Man,
I said,
am never coming back here.
if you think I am ever stepping foot in the inside of this building ever again in your life, you are crazy. But mean ushers, that's a thing. Y'all are gatekeepers of the
Of the Lord?
Of the Lord.
Of the Lord?
Are you okay? She's so hurt.
Church hurt.
It's real. It's
Another
real,
five.
girl.
It is. Do better. Or the church finger. Like that's not a thing.
Well,
But
it is, but then we just learned about what
Yeah.
the history behind the church finger.
Yeah.
I didn't. What is it?
You were informing your owner that you were not like escaping. You were like heading
Just-
to a bathroom or stepping outside for a breather. But they're at least acknowledging that they see you, so that it's just not you like sneaking off.
right.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Mhm.
Yet again.
Yep. A lot of
Yet
things
again.
we do are rooted in trauma. How about that?
Is us having a meal almost after everything at church? Church trauma.
That is a necessity
Fellowship.
because we've been here for 6 hours.
Fellowship.
So we done been here
We
through
need some
breakfast and
nutrients.
lunch, and it's almost dinner. That's why that's a thing. Because we've been here for so long.
But we're here even longer eating this meal. I just want to go home.
The least you can do is give us a meal. been here all day.
That
That's
is the
at
least you could
minimum.
do.
That's at minimum.
Although I will say, the deacon and deaconess meetings on a Saturday morning, we used
Look,
to have
breakfast
breakfast.
Yes.
When I say brunch, I mean brunch.
ain't got nothing
It was
on it.
homemade biscuits. We were having grits.
Every
We
type of
had
meat,
fried
can
chicken,
think of.
bacon, eggs, quiche. It was
sausage, fruit, danishes,
Yes.
donut.
I was like, wow, this is what we're gonna. This is just a regular, Saturday meeting. I used to love them meetings.
Look here, that one moment, I was like, man, I can't wait to be a deaconess when I get grown.
Same. This breakfast.
Yeah,
Now
that part of the
we were
deaconess-
gonna be there for 6
deaconess?
hours, like I said, but we was gonna eat good.
right.
Okay, well, I mean,
Right.
hey, as long as they fed you for them 6 hours, I
They
guess that's
did.
that's
Right.
fair.
It was great. Now then I started playing sports and I couldn't do it.
I was about to say I must have missed all that because of soccer practice.
Mm-hmm.
But
The way I
only-
missed that ministry.
That's because probably only one of your parents was a deacon back then.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
both of your
yeah.
parents are, you don't.
Can't
miss
let's
it.
go.
You
can't
Yeah.
miss it.
Fair.
It was good
No.
times.
I wasn't allowed to go to things on Sunday.
Same. I played travel soccer for a little bit, and if we had a game on Sunday, my dad would not let me go.
Mm-hmm. My mom and dad wouldn't let me do travel. They were like, "No, we good because we're not about to try to figure out how that works out on a Saturday or on Sunday."
Yeah,
so,
I would be in church with my soccer bag in the car.
No, my
Changing
dad was.
clothes after, like right before sermon started. After Sunday school.
No, I think I missed one Sunday because of a soccer game. Other than that, my dad was like, "You're not going." I was like,
Mm.
"Okay."
Yep, here we are.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, well.
But
Could have been Tiff, but look at me.
Look at me. We right next to each other since.
together.
Look at us
Together.
Remember last spot? Where would you think you were in your life?
Disappointed. I don't think if I have any other. I know I have a ton, but like they're just not coming to my memory
How
now.
about anything around pets? Because like no pets
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen
Or
at
the
all.
house.
Yeah.
The
Like
house.
we had like my dog was allowed to be in like the area of like the laundry room,
Mhm.
but like that stopped right before the kitchen.
Yep.
Was like be like where his like domain was, and sometimes we would let him like hang out like in the basement if I was down there too. But that was it. My my mom's sister had what is a pet CPS? Where you can like call animal
ASPCA?
rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
ASPCA, yeah.
Their neighbors called like animal services on her because it was snowing and her dog was outside. And she had like they had a dog house.
Yeah.
But like she just was like, right, like your pets don't come inside. So like her pet didn't come inside and her neighbors were like aghast that they would leave their dog outside.
In his home.
Yeah, in his little house. My grandfather had dogs, and it wasn't until I think I was in middle of elementary school before he got a dog that he would even entertain being in the house. My grandmother had like a little lap dog, but anything bigger than a lap dog, that thing belonged outside. Like, and it had its own house, but yeah, no.
Okay, PETA, don't come for us, okay? For me or my family.
Caveat.
Nervous.
Yeah, well, like when my family grew up in Mississippi, so like dogs served a purpose. Like they weren't pets per se. Like they were, but they weren't. Like they were to protect the home or like to round up cattle or like the pigs and stuff. So when a dog died, it wasn't like a thing. Like the dog died, you get another one. And dogs died all the time because they're getting run over by cars or they're getting older, whatever. Yeah. It's the country. Like
they didn't like fence them or anything.
They did, but like if they like opened the gate, like the dogs would always like chase my grandfather. Like if you left my grandfather, they would always chase his car and then they would come back. And so, sometimes they got a little too close. So when I came up here, well, not when I came up here, but like, so I just dogs were never like pet. I don't know. A dog dies, you get another one. Like that's always just how I thought. And I remember a coworker of my mom just like being so distraught that her dog had cancer or something. And she was like talking about how she's going over like in debt to like get him these surgeries and whatever. I'm looking at her like, why don't you just get another one? Like, I'm confused. Like, why and my mom was like, she's like, he's my family. Like, they're my, and I'm just like, girl, no, he's not. Get another one. Get another one. Lassie comes a dime.
He ain't cover no bills.
Not a one.
He ain't do nothing. I mean,
I have more to this story, but I just figure I should leave it at that.
You should.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good call.
It's a
Good call. But yeah, I wasn't aware.
Right there.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Like you hear a lot of Black people are not fans of cats. That's something that I find.
Oh, we had a cat,
Yeah.
but like the idea of like having cats, like allowing them on your counters and stuff, is like foreign to me because we had like a spray bottle that like if the cat did things that the cat should not be doing. Yeah. So like our cat just like didn't do stuff like that. Like if you open a can of tuna, he'd be in the kitchen like meowing and like at your feet. But
so
like
the cat
on the
was allowed in the
counters.
kitchen. The dog wasn't.
Yeah, because the cat was an indoor-outdoor cat, but he wasn't like
discrimination.
So he wasn't like often in the house, let alone in the kitchen. He was really only in the kitchen. Like if you open a can of tuna, he was going to be like at your feet. But that was really it.
For a long time when I was younger, I thought dogs were boys and cats were girls. I don't know, like
no, that tracks. A lot of like Disney movies would really portray most of the boys as dogs and most girls as cats.
Yeah,
so
don't ask me how they reproduced.
Interesting.
Cat dog.
Sorry, what were you going to say about cats?
I hear a lot of Black people don't like them because they think they steal your soul or you're. I never heard that.
Yeah,
I think
my mom actually like references that movie like all the time with cats, but she was why we got a cat, so it's kind of ironic.
It is.
She got the cat because of that movie?
No, that's not why she got it. I mean, she obviously knew that the movie was a movie and not real life, which is why we got a cat.
Yeah, but a lot of people just are not fans of cats.
Cats are great because they're independent. So like you don't have to, especially having an indoor-outdoor cat. Yeah. Like they just like
don't need you.
They just be chilling.
Right.
Like my cat used to be so smart. He used to walk me to the bus stop in the mornings. And then if we were like out of town, he would know that my godfather who lived 2 doors down was the one feeding him. So he would go over to his house because he was an indoor-outdoor cat. He would like not always know like when to go over to like put his food out. He would go to my godfather's house and like knock on the door and be like, hey, I'm hungry. Like, let's go. And so my godfather would go out and then he would like, trot him home to like be fed. And then he would like recognize our car. So if we like entered the neighborhood, he would know it was us and he would like race
Race
us
us
home,
home.
like through like the, you know, like not using the roads because he's a cat and he doesn't have to. So like, and it would like beat us home to like be in the house. My dad had like a special call for him where if he was going to come in for the night, he's like, this is your last chance. And so he would like come bounding in from the woods sometimes and be like, okay, like I'll come in for the night. So like he was like,
They're
he
great.
was a cat dog. It was awesome. It was like, he was
Yes.
like the best cat ever.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
we're
I've had,
See, that right there. That
I
right
don't know.
there.
Yeah, I would never. Well, I'm not a pet person anyway, but I've have too many encounters with people like people with cats and like they'll bring their laptops and there's like cat hair all over the place, or like they're the people I'm not eating their food. I'm just unsure.
Yeah.
Cats and dogs. I had a.
I was about to say,
A
I
teacher
see
of
more
mine-
dog hair everywhere than cat hair, but
We had made a definitely pre-COVID. We had made these I think gingerbread somethings, and our teacher took them home to cook them. And mine didn't make it back because her dog had somehow gotten to them. I was like, y'all don't need to be. None of y'all need to eat. None of y'all.
oh, it was for eating?
Wait,
Yeah, like
Oh.
he somehow got into like and got mine, and I was like, well, this was the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. 'cause
Yeah,
I
this
didn't
was
know
the
you
Lord.
had a dog in
Animals.
the kitchen. Thanks. Mm-mm.
So
Yeah.
maybe not a myth, but I definitely things Black people do. I'm not eating at the potluck. So I have a very small team at work, and you know it's always a cheap option to do a potluck instead of going out to eat. So we would do one, and eventually, what we decided to do, or at least what would end up happening, is me and my other Black coworkers would conspire. Where I mean, if their strong suit is not cooking, but mine obviously is, so they would either
Obviously.
I mean, they would either give me money or they would be like, okay, we'll do the desserts. Everybody else would do drinks or some, you know, the paper products.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, I'll do the mac and cheese. I'll do this. So at least I know that we would have at least
One
two
thing.
or three, you know, two things that for sure we won't be able to eat. But if it did not come from the store, like fresh out the pack, like a rotisserie chicken from the store, like I saw, like we just went out during lunch real quick to go grab it. It's fine with me, but I'm not eating nothing else.
Same. I
At
want to
the
know who
potluck.
made it, and or the prepackaged like stuff we bought from the store.
I mean, even at church, I've had that. You know, I'm not eating at everybody's house because I don't know what you put in your potato salad or how you cook it.
But isn't that why that changed? Like, well, now like we don't do
Yes.
like people everyone like brings stuff anymore. It's more of like
Yeah.
We have a
culinary
kitchen.
makes
Yeah, yeah.
everything.
Ministry.
Well, one, it's a liability, you know, from a cooking perspective. You have to be certified in,
That's not why.
you know, food service.
That's the last reason.
Those are the justifications, you know, for
What we'll use today.
there are reasons. But I mean, I personally have had somebody's like a cake and had eggshell in the cake because I don't know what they were going through, but you really can't eat everybody's stuff. It's just not.
This is how I knew you can't eat everyone's stuff. I remember same thing. All of my stories come from going to see my grandmother in Mississippi. I don't know why. I learned a lot of things down there.
Mm.
No, it was great times.
Oh.
She would be like,
Yeah.
we would make a plate, and she would come over and be like, "Don't eat that." Like, don't eat that.
Don't you
Walk by.
love-
Don't eat it.
Don't you love the under the breath?
Not the drive by.
Or do one of those.
Just a drive by.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I don't know what that is, but I'm fine. You ain't gotta tell me twice, sis.
Not at all.
That's when you fold the plate.
See, and this is exactly what my mama told me to call her. She's like, nah.
I remember we went to, instead of having a repast of the church, we went to a family member's house. And I vividly remember looking at my sister. We walked in the house and saw the spread of food. And then she looked at my dad and we walked back outside and she goes, "So are you going to feed us food now?" He said, she said, "Are you going to feed us? Because I ain't fitting to eat none of that." Like literally when I tell you nothing at all. But okay, let me ask this one question. What is that thing? Jello mold?
Mm-hmm.
Is that an old Black person thing to do? Because my aunt will bring a Jello mold, or what is it called? Is it Waldorf salad?
Salad. Yeah, my aunt does that too.
Black people?
Mhm.
I've only seen those at non-Black functions.
My
I
aunt
honestly
was
have only
kinda
heard of
bougie,
wall
so
salad
that's,
in like old cartoons trying to be funny. Like the Rugrats. I've never
That's
seen one
that
in real
white
life.
like salad with
And
the
like Cool Whip and walnuts and
Some fucking
No,
fruit
I did have a
thing.
conversation with my black coworker who was talking about how she loves Waldorf salad,
Yeah.
and I thought she was joking,
Mm-mm.
and she was not because I thought the same thing.
it
Yeah.
looks disgusting.
It's
I've never
Isn't
even
it
had
green?
it.
it's a lot. It depends on the Jello pack you use. So,
Well, obviously, but
yeah. So it's
what
green.
is what
It
is
can
the
be.
intentional flavor?
Whatever one you
Why
want.
does my stomach hurt?
No, it honestly isn't.
Is it like savory? Like is
No,
it a
it's sweet.
dessert?
It's very
Sweet.
sweet. It's
It's-
very sweet. It's
Well,
a
why
dessert.
is it
Isn't
called
it fruit?
salad?
Isn't it?
It's so it's got
And a vegetable in it.
Not a vegetable in it. It's got walnuts, pineapples, cherries, whipped
Walnut?
cream, and
Like
Jell-O?
oranges,
and like
right?
Jello. No, we didn't do oranges. I'm sure you could, but no, we kept it kind of
Did you
simple.
enjoy it?
I did,
Wow.
but I also was like Mikey
Were you
when I
a
was a
kid?
kid. Yeah,
Okay.
I was like Mikey. I wasn't like most kids.
I feel like when you're a kid and you just see Jello, you're like, I'm game.
and it was sweet.
But walnut?
I made it. I actually wouldn't make it. That's the only reason I know, because my aunt would be like, "You're on." It's the easiest thing to make. You just dump everything in. It's not rocket science. It really isn't.
That
It just sounds like
looks like throw up to me. I hate
it
when I
just
see
sounds
that
like
somewhere.
you had stuff in the fridge and you decided to put it together.
Sure.
Okay.
I wouldn't even deny you that. But as a kid, you put whipped cream on anything, I was eating it, so it didn't matter to me.
Okay, so have y'all ever heard
Shut
of?
up, girl.
Because it does.
Sounds disgusting.
It's just a
And
lot.
I've literally never seen a black person like make it or eat it or bring it.
I don't know that many. I don't know. That was she's the only person I know.
Ew.
She called herself bougie, so it tracks.
Oh, it, okay.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I have seen it at a church function, like back in the day.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Are you about to say something
No,
else?
I was gonna say. So, have y'all heard? Well, most people don't sweep anybody's feet or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or don't sweep after like sunset or
These are
What's that about?
or sweeping
what's that?
outside after a certain time.
Not you
don't
not
know
knowing the
the-
rule.
I
What
don't
is
know
it?
the
Why
time.
does
I
it-
just know
why does it
not to.
outside?
These are important.
right.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna look it up.
No, go ahead.
No, I have to look it up.
I'm trying to think if there's any. This, like Carol mentioned earlier, there's so many that my grandmother has, like, or superstitions, or like maybe just household norms.
So
Like,
what's the one though? Go back because
You
I don't
shouldn't-
know this one. The sweeping.
So you
What's
shouldn't
the
sweep after sunset.
But you said something
It's
about
bad
about
luck.
somebody's
sweeping
feet.
on somebody's
It's
feet.
that's bad luck too.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's bad luck. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. No,
I know. Like my brother-in-law will straight like ball up fists if you sweep his feet. Like if you walk past him, he's like, "Hey, going? What are you doing? What are you doing?" Like if you even get near him with a broom, it's very weird. I don't know.
Same thing with putting your purse on the floor,
Yeah,
or don't. I was always like, don't buy a man shoes because he'll walk right out of your life.
Oh, yep. Heard that
Or
one.
don't buy him a watch because then your time will be up.
they're
That's
all
a good one.
That
lies.
one.
No, those
Yeah.
are all lies. All lies.
I can't tell if it's good or bad.
Cody's corner.
Do y'all have any other household norms? I mean, I know that we talked about superstitions and things that our mama and grandmama taught us, or like,
Do you guys have a family Bible? Like,
oh,
Yeah, we did.
like when I got married, I had to. Someone like had to buy me a family Bible for like our
Yeah.
home.
Mm.
Oh,
Like I don't like. I think all my family,
Has one.
yeah,
Right?
has
yeah,
a
for
family
sure.
Bible.
oh,
I don't
think
have one
We
currently.
just
but I
had
don't-
the one.
Is that a married thing? So you only
I didn't get one.
when you,
Yeah,
till
I
you
didn't
were
get it till I
married?
got married.
That's interesting.
I don't. The one that we
I want my
have, I think,
Bible.
is just passed
Right.
down.
You don't
Gotta
need
get
to
a
say
nigga or a wife.
Either or. Either or.
You are part of the problem.
That's not what I meant.
One of the above. No, I think the family Bible that we have is just like it's like passed down through generation. It's not like you get a family Bible when you get married type deal.
Oh.
I don't think
It's like
Ours
Yeah,
is passed
ours
down.
isn't.
or have we have like a drawer. This is so morbid. A drawer of obituaries.
Okay.
That's your mama.
No.
That's
Like,
your mama.
like
that is
who?
strictly
Like,
your mother.
who?
That is all
Okay.
that is.
Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe
it's just
but
your
no,
mom.
my grandparents used to do it. They had
Well,
a
that's how she got involved.
No,
probably.
I will
Anyway.
say that old people love
Ooh, a good-
collecting
a good obituary.
obituaries.
Ooh, yes,
I remember
child.
like I would go somewhere and like my dad would like, did you get the obituary? Do you want one? Do you want to take it home?
Yes.
Like, no, I don't. I don't want. I'm never gonna look at this again. I don't want it. Someone else can have my copy.
Well, okay, so
What
I
is that?
asked the question. I said,
know.
what is the need?
Is it like proof that you were there?
No, I don't think
The
well,
memory?
for
Cared?
work. But I think some of it, or at least how it was explained to me, was that it helps mark the family tree, or like you know how like I mean sometimes you get the T in the
like it's
obituary.
record.
That's true.
Mm.
It's a
Family
special friend.
record.
Either the special or like you have a listing of the
Dang.
kids, so it's like you make connection. Like, oh, so this is this person.
Well, once I got your number, what am I gonna do?
That's
Just
what
know
I
your
know.
name in the obituary? I
I don't know.
don't.
But I mean, most of the time it's like
Because
you
sometimes
keep
it
your
has
family.
the like, it has like all the, it's survived by.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that part makes sense to me, but what am I doing with this information past that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That, I
I
don't
don't
know.
Okay, so go ahead, Carol.
No, I was gonna say on that same vein, I would like for Black people to stop putting pictures of people
I
dying
knew you were
on
gonna say that.
T-shirts. Like I would like that to be
Please
something that
doing-
we stop
Let's do
doing.
anything
On
else.
buttons, t-shirts, anything that is a print besides the obituary does not need somebody's picture on it.
I would like to say that if you guys put me on a shirt, I'm haunting you.
You won't have to worry about me.
For
You
the
ain't got
hell.
to worry about me
You got to
Nothing.
worry about me.
because I'm not doing that.
I'm not putting you in the clouds. I'm not
Yeah,
putting you in no
please.
wings.
Please
And I
don't.
also don't understand why
With the
our older
script
Black
of your
people
name.
on Facebook and Instagram have those pictures and make them look like they're
Dead,
dead.
and they're not.
Because
Mm.
they're
As their
just-
profile picture?
It's like, happy birthday.
and all you see is their like floating torso and with the sunset in the background. I was like,
I'm sick.
Is somebody dead? What is happening? Please,
You know,
please,
some
for the love of God, just put a regular picture up there.
Baby Blue's mom posted a picture about like a welcome home because he had just got out of jail and everybody
I
thought
remember
he
seeing
was
that.
dead.
Yeah, it's like please stop doing that. And also, can y'all just get off Facebook? Like, can y'all just shut down the app?
Yeah. Just
Please.
Your uncle's in the hospital. Call me. Why? Why is this the best mode for you to tell me
Under my
that?
birthday post. Why are we doing this?
Posting on the page family business. Like
Yeah.
I just cannot. I
Be like,
can't.
oh, honey,
I
like
can't.
that. I like that lip gloss you have. You know, your brother been in jail for 3 weeks. Called me.
Right.
Like what?
I'm sick.
Let's-
It was
let's-
completely
personal
unrelated.
business does not belong on Facebook.
Right. Okay. So a household norm that I'm part of the problem.
Oh, okay. Let's listen.
Cleaning your house before the maid comes.
Mm.
Like
You
just
are a problem because I'm not doing that.
I mean, okay, so some people, and
A
the
lot
only
of
reason
people.
why a lot of people will straighten up their house before, if they have a housekeeper
Brenda
that
What
comes
does
over,
that
just
entail?
My mom does that.
like just straightening up, picking up laundry, maybe even doing the laundry, or
I remember we used to
What
have
do
a
you
housekeeper.
hire the maid to do?
Exactly. My mother, and you probably did, my mom, when we would have a housekeeper come like, I don't know, like once a month or something like that,
Mhm.
she would be like, oh, pick up all your clothes off the floor. I'm like, what is she going to do? Why am
Yeah.
why are we paying her?
I struggle
She's
with
like, well, how
that.
is she going to get to the floor? It is not that much stuff on the floor that just can't pick up.
Yeah, I struggle with that sometimes. Like
I'm leaving my house the dirtiest when I know she's coming.
Not the dirty.
When I know she's coming over, I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah,
The night
I-
before, I'm not washing no dishes. I'm not running dishwasher. I'm not
See,
doing nothing.
trifling.
I'm getting my money's worth.
See, I try to
Okay.
organize it enough so she knows like what goes to what, because
Yeah.
I don't want her having to try to make executive decisions about
And
stuff.
I don't have to look for it later.
Yeah.
That'd be my
Yeah.
only concern.
Yeah.
Like, is this pot going to end up where I want it?
Right.
Because I don't want to spend more time trying
There's
to
other
find
pots
it.
down there. You can use your deductive skills and figure it out.
All right.
use your noggin.
Mhm.
Any
But
other?
I'm not going to not let my maid come because my house is not clean enough for her to
Okay,
see.
'cause
Oh,
I
that's another
have
level.
done
No,
that.
you've
What?
ticked to the next level,
I
honey.
have. Like,
That's
You canceled because you didn't clean your house before she came over to clean?
Yep.
ain't
I actually
no
did it
way.
today.
Let's
I did it
unlearn.
today.
Ain't
Let's
no
unlearn
way.
that.
I didn't straighten
Mm-mm.
up the way I wanted to straighten up, and she hit me up and was like, "You want me to come at this time?" And I was like, "Let's just skip."
Why don't you
This
just add something
time.
extra to her tip if she's
I
doing
have-
more than you thought?
So in the past, I have if I thought it was like crazy, but
Wow. I mean, I could also, maybe I'm trifling.
Also, do your maids deep clean or is it like
no,
laundry, dishes,
Oh, girl.
tidying up?
Mm-mm.
no, like
Immediately
clean the
no.
bathrooms, but some of that is just. I mean, physically, I can't. My
Right.
shower, I just can't get to
We're not
it.
judging
but-
what. We're just
No, I just want you
asking-
to let her do her job.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if
Why
it's
you-
basics, like
right.
it seems like you definitely shouldn't be doing stuff. Like
I know.
if they're deep cleaning, I guess I've only had a maid come when we got our house. So like
Fair.
I was like, I don't know what's still here. So how
Yeah.
about just like get after it?
Yeah.
But it's empty, so like it's easier.
Yeah.
So I'm genuinely asking.
Yeah. I'm talking about like moving things. Like if I just get like a bunch of boxes or a shipment or whatever and I haven't unpacked it, like all of that has to be sorted out before she comes.
And that
But
makes
it's-
sense.
Okay, that does. But like, I remember my mom
Cleaning
would have
your
us
home?
like cleaning some stuff up before
Yes,
she came. And I
that's
was like,
different. I know.
My mom would also. That's another thing that Black people do. Clean up your room. People are coming over. Are they coming
for
in my
sure.
room? They're
Maybe.
not coming upstairs.
or
Maybe.
the
They're not.
junk drawer or
They're
the
not
junk
in my house.
room.
They're not. They're not coming in my room. They're not coming up here. They come to the kitchen, the living room, family room, and the basement. Those are the spaces that need to be cleaned. I don't know why we
just
need
in
a.
case.
well, yeah.
whole-
I was like,
Yeah,
because
mine was a just in
Negroes, I was
case.
about to say, because I have people that do not have a don't know boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
and they come all over.
That's
So
not
I
my
have to make
testimony.
sure that my own entire closet is
But
clean.
she would also
Yeah.
like use it as like a reason to do household tasks, but like would make it like we got to stay in the deck. We having a party in 3 weeks, and these major household projects have to get done before then.
Oh,
Yeah.
But then would also, well, never mind. I won't get into all of it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was a lot. It was a lot. It was
You
fine.
okay?
It's good.
Triggered.
I'm fine.
You okay?
See, some of these
Sure.
myths are hitting home hard. Okay.
We're gonna need a therapy appointment after this episode. Golly.
The unlearning is what's happening here.
Trying to, because now I find myself doing it.
Yeah.
I do too. If people are coming over, I have to, my entire house needs to be clean.
for sure.
I mean, it depends on who's coming over. Because if it's y'all, I probably may not do like
Also,
the
are y'all
most.
coming over or are you just stopping by?
Right, because you
Oh,
can get
that's
the,
a good
the
point.
porch area, and that'd be
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point.
The guest bathroom gonna be clean and the kitchen, and then we go.
Okay, I got one. Why do I have to like really fight my family to take off their shoes to come inside?
Why?
I don't know. Like they
Mm.
like, or like, so socks. You guys already know I sleep in socks. It's something that my parents have passed down. Like you also cannot walk on the floor. Like Trey, if he wanted to like walk around the house and like his feet, you need to put some socks on that baby. His feet gonna get cold and he gonna catch
You
a
know
cold
what?
From
in his
inside
feet.
the house?
Yes, and they also like, so now when my parents come over, like my dad, like if I have house shoes, he will take my house shoes because he has to have shoes on.
So then bring
In the
house
house.
shoes.
But he won't bring, like my mom will bring like socks, but my dad just can't be in socks on like the hardwood floor.
You know what? We went to a housewarming for someone at church, and it was a whole bunch of church people there. They had a no shoes
Mhm.
rule for the house.
They
So
had
I took off my
booties.
shoes. It was summertime. I had sandals on, so I just like took off my shoes. And people from church whose house it was not, but like you just walking around barefoot. I'm like,
Yeah.
first of
Yeah.
all, I don't know why I'm suddenly self conscious of this. It's not my house or yours. She asked me to take off my shoes. I did. I don't know why we're talking about it.
Right.
Yes.
Also,
Are you
if
okay?
if it's the same person I'm thinking about, not only did she offer booties for those who didn't feel comfortable taking off their shoes, but I'm pretty sure she had like packages of socks, like, and gave people. And the only reason why, because if it's the same person, she gave me a pair of socks, and
And I have booties at my house too. Like if you come in my house, by the front door are booties.
Yeah.
So if you just refuse to take off your shoes, which I do have some family members that refuse to take off their shoes, they just put the booties on and walk around the house.
You
And
know
I
they're
don't know
self-conscious
why.
of their feet.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, maybe some people don't want to see your feet because they
I don't
looking
know.
at your feet.
I mean, I'm not going to anyone's house. If I know that there's a no shoe rule, I will make sure I have socks.
Yeah.
Like I'm not walking around barefoot in anybody's house either because I don't know if your floors are clean.
I mean,
Oh.
that's also a thing, but I feel like if people are asking you to take your shoes off, it's because it's for a couple of reasons. They don't want their floors to get messed up, or
Your shoes are dirty.
they're
Yeah,
dirty.
your shoes have been everywhere. I get that.
Been outside. I know the other day I almost went plumb off because I don't have a no shoes rule in my house, but having your feet on the furniture, like
Oh.
your shoes on your
Oh yeah, that's a no.
you
I
like
get pissed
that.
off when I see it in movies.
That is the
Especially when
quickest
it's black
way to get fought in my household is if I
If
see.
it's not your home, why are your feet up?
But even I mean,
take
even
your shoes off.
subconsciously, like like you sitting on the couch and all of it, like you rest, but no, take your shoes off.
I also hate when I see people in the bed with shoes on.
Oh yes,
That is like
in?
I see a lot on TV mostly.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like that is what irks me the most. Like,
It makes
why are
me-
you on the bed with your shoes on? That is
I
disgusting.
feel like it's extra like discomforting because it's like two levels. Like you're all the way to your bedroom with your outside shoes on, which is automatically a no for me.
Mhm.
And then you're also like in your bed with shoes on, and it makes me extra mad when it's black people because I'm like, you know that you don't be doing that.
No,
And you're-
don't
Okay.
clap for the
Stop
camera.
it. Yeah, it's
Stop.
like when you see black people on TV shows going to bed without a bonnet on or something. I'm
Yeah,
like,
or full face of makeup. You don't
come
want
on.
So maybe not shoes, but I have heard people like go off for wearing your street clothes to bed. Like
in the bed.
let's say I'm like this. I go to my room, I take my shoes off. I've seen some or heard of some people that because I've had this outside. Now that you're in your bed with this, like you have
Your bed's contaminated.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta take that off before you get in the bed.
I feel like I understand that completely, but if I'm sick, I'm sick. And like if I can't get to it, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it's
Yeah,
like
I think
everything
it's
is
just
contaminated.
not a
But I understand like
It's a strong
Yeah.
thing for me. I think that it didn't really used to be. I remember I like dated someone. He was in a studio, and I was like, I like sat on it because there was
There's
nowhere else
nowhere
to
else
sit. It's like
Mhm.
it's a day bed during, like, you know what I mean. And so like I sat down. And he was like, oh, like with your outside clothes, and I was like, what's happening? And that was like the first time I was like, well, I guess I've never done that in like my home, but there is also a lot of separation between
rooms.
my
Yeah.
bedroom and the front door, and here there's not. So
Yeah.
I can give you a pass if it's like on top of the covers,
Yeah.
but under the cover, maybe. Like I feel less icky about it on top of the covers, but once you're under the covers, you have to put on nighttime clothes.
Yeah,
Like your outside clothes cannot be under in the
that's where I
sheet.
am now too.
that makes sense.
So what do you guys think? I don't think it's a myth, but I think it's very interesting that there's very clearly a cultural divide between individuals who use a face towel and individuals who do not.
Not individuals.
Washcloth.
If I go to your bathroom and I see soap and no towels, it's an immediate no for me.
Okay.
I'm not using your bar soap.
What is that? Oh, if it's a bar, it's like an immediate no. What if it's like a bottle of like
Body wash,
body wash?
And still no towel?
washcloth,
You need some type of apparatus for the soap.
apparatus.
Like there needs to be a
Okay.
loofah. There needs
I'm
to be a
gonna be-
towel.
Loofahs hold bacteria.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna be contentious about this
Okay, well, let's
because I have mixed feelings. Like I use what is it? An African washcloth
Yeah, I have the
and a washcloth.
yeah.
Because I don't think that, I don't know, something about washing your whole body, unless you change your washcloth every day,
Yeah.
something about washing your whole body and then washing your nether regions, like it just doesn't, something ain't right to me
No, that makes
about that. And I understand that there are different schools of thought about this, and I respect that, but it's too mixy.
Well, this is exactly why it is important if you are going to just use a face cloth to change it often. It don't have to be every day in my book, but I understand that that's where you feel. But also,
Wait, hold on. Wait. You use the same thing to wash your face to wash your body?
no. I
Is that what you're-
don't.
is that what you're
No,
saying?
She was saying
And
the
her
rest of her body
nether regions.
and then nether regions. And then you repeat that same towel again the next
Oh,
day.
okay,
But I
gotcha.
was about to say, this is why
But even same day, it seems weird to me. But go ahead.
fair. I be telling people all the time, y'all need antibacterial soap. My dermatologist was like, y'all can use that other cute stuff if you want to, but you're outside, you're touching a whole bunch of stuff is touching you. Clean yourself, clean your towel. So that for me, I feel a little better because after I'm done, I use my antibacterial soap to clean the towel. I know everyone doesn't do that.
What do you mean? So you take a bath and then you wash your soap? You
Yeah,
wash your
I
towel?
wash my towel. Like I, just do
Oh,
a
gotcha.
good. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's clean even though it like it's wet? I don't know. It's just like
I'm not going to disagree with you that
It's
I think
all a lot.
it is, but I also I agree with exactly what you're saying, but I also have, for me, taken an extra measure in my mind because if
guess-
you're talking about Dove, then no, I don't think it's clean at all. If you're
Okay.
talking about
Right.
an antibacterial, I feel, and I'm no, not to be the case. I have sensitive skin.
antibacterial soaps are so drying.
They
And
are.
I also have qualms because we never have this conversation about washing your hands. You don't use an apparatus to wash your hands, but you assume your hands are clean because you wash them by themselves. So I'm like, why can't the same apply to your body? And then you don't have to worry about whether the thing that you're washing your body with is contaminated or not.
Because
Well-
poop can get under your fingernails, and I'm not doing that.
I'll say this.
That's my answer.
You're not washing under your fingernails?
I am, but I'm just saying I don't trust that it's still like no, I don't want poop on my just in general. That's my mindset. Like that first thing you said that's made me think of.
Does everybody have their own bar soap?
I use body
use body
wash.
wash.
I don't use
Well,
bar
that's something,
soap.
but we mainly hear about, I mainly see this on the Instagrams with people talking about bars of soap. So unless every family member has marked their soap as their own, I
Yeah,
feel
that's a lot.
like
No, I think we've made a hard transition from that just because of the uncertainty that is bar soap. Plus,
Ooh, I don't even want you to be tempted. Let me just go ahead and give you
we
some.
just not gonna do
Okay,
that.
all right.
But also, how I was raised.
That towel looked a little too dry after you got out.
Well, it's almost like when you send a child to go get in the shower and you tell them,
Yes.
come here, turn around, let me see your back. It's not wet. That means you didn't wash. Type deal. But
Triggered.
when you I was always raised that you take your wash rag, you put the soap in it, you lather, and then you put the soap away. Like it's not soap
Yeah.
to body.
Yeah.
Same.
But that's just me.
That's not everybody. This is
The internets have told us that is not
everybody.
the norm.
There are all these like TikToks of people exposing their significant others, being like, I put paint under the body wash to see if my boyfriend uses the body wash, and I found out he doesn't use the body wash. Like, you just washing yourself with water, and I'm just like, but why are you exposing him to all of us?
Right, 'cause
Y'all
that's
start
together.
That's
Right.
You the one touching him, sis.
Right.
I remember we were talking about something and dudes talking about how they thought like washing in their crack was gay, and I was like, wow, there's a whole bunch of niggas out here that do not wash their crack.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Hey, you don't smell that?
And y'all want people to be eating your groceries. You have lost it. You have lost your mind.
You are in an alternate reality.
Ew. I am disgusted.
Yeah, I think
Disgusted.
I definitely think that hygiene in the Black household, it looks real different than
Real
some other.
different.
Yes. Yes.
'Cause
It definitely
it's
Also,
like-
does.
can we acknowledge that it's not just the household? Because I mean, the way that colonization has worked because of
I mean,
the
that's
diseases
fair.
that have spread, not because of the strategies that went into like.
Hello.
Can we talk
Or
about it?
washing every day. I didn't know that
Yeah.
was like not a thing
Yeah.
for everybody
Mm-mm.
until
a few times a day,
Like high
depending
school
on what you're
Sometimes a
doing.
day.
It
Come
depend on
on.
some. I know for me, if once I change my bed, like I change the sheets, don't you get in my bed unless you done took a shower. Maybe that's just me.
No.
I
No,
no.
no.
If clean sheets on the bed, that means you done took a whole shower before you done entered in. I don't know. It's like you just wash off the day. Just wash up from head to toe.
The phone.
From head
Sis,
to toe.
what side of
the
the line are
bottom.
you on? Street clothes are okay in your bed, but you got to take a shower.
No, I didn't say
Only
street
when
clothes.
she
I just said that
changes
was
the
a
sheets.
thing. No, I didn't say it was okay for me. That was just a myth that people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like, wait a minute.
I forgot what side of the line we were
No,
on.
It was just something that came up, like as a household norm. Like, is that okay for you? I didn't say it was okay for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
My bad.
No. Y'all got anything? I had one, but then it escaped me. Dag on it. Oh well. Maybe it'll come back. I don't know. Y'all got anything else? Look, we could go on
Mm-hmm.
They
when
could.
we sit and
Y'all do
genuinely think
Black
about
Eyed Peas New Year's?
My mom does.
Oh,
And
yeah.
greens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it in my house. Maybe that's something I need to do now
That's
that
why
I'm
don't
an
have-
adult.
Yeah.
But I
now that
don't.
I'm adult.
Yeah, it just is the thing my mom does, and I hate them. I don't like peas of
I
any.
love
of
I
black
love
any
black
form.
eyed and rice and onion.
Oh my God.
Is there
I could eat it by
black eyed peas,
itself.
rice, and
Yeah.
onions.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
My mom does black eyed peas in like tomato sauce. I had like a spoonful just to be like, okay, I have good luck for the year.
I've never had black eyed peas and
I'm not
tomato
doing that.
sauce.
I'm not
I
doing
was
that.
not-
I'm
Like-
not putting tomato
I don't make the
sauce on my
rules.
black eyed
Right.
peas.
Oh, I've never heard
would-
of that before.
Would opt
Neither
out if
have
I
I.
could.
Mm-mm.
Now I have, my mom, I did black eyed peas and greens.
No. Yeah.
There's
And
one
sweet
other thing.
potatoes.
What is the source of that?
Money is in greens, so you got money in the year.
What's black eyed
Black eyed
peas?
peas is good luck.
I know it's good luck, but I would like wonder how that began. That's what I
I
meant.
don't know.
Probably the
How
only
it
thing
all
black people could
started.
eat or something like that.
Yeah. Probably a myth.
They was just like, so we survive another year.
Greens
let's,
look like money, so that means
It's
it's going to
green.
bring you wealth.
What was the one that just came out this year? It was like eating grapes under a table.
I saw that, and I'd never seen that
I had
before.
never seen it before either.
On
Never heard of that.
Instagram.
What is that?
It's something about
Something in the new year.
I don't. Yeah, hold on.
I don't know.
Grape?
Grapes under a table.
Eating them.
Nope, never heard that one.
No, I've never heard of that before.
Um,
Dang, the one I had was good too.
It's eating. So it's eating in the new. Wow, I can talk. The New Year is celebrated in Spain by eating 12 green grapes for each toll of the clock, and eating
Oh.
the entire dozen while wearing red undergarments will bring good luck.
Wow.
Somehow
that
the
was
Negroes got a hold of this, and I saw them doing it all over
Where
Instagram.
did it start?
It's in Spain.
Oh,
Uh-uh.
I never heard of that one till last year.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so
Luck in love and relationships.
do y'all have a household product that you use for everything? like
Fabuloso.
I was about to say, it's yours fabulous.
okay. So I felt attacked.
Yes.
I felt
Who attacked
attacked.
you?
I was talking to somebody about like housekeeping or whatever have you. Oh, yeah. So I was talking to this nurse and she was like, yeah, I have a housekeeper that comes sometimes, and I was a little irritated because she like restocked her stuff with my cleaning supplies, but I'm fine with her cleaning my house with it because I really don't want my house to smell like Fabuloso. And I was like,
The disgust.
what do you like? What is Fabuloso not good enough for you? Actually, like the purple Fabuloso smells really good.
Do y'all remember that people were boiling it to make their house smell good?
I did.
I
and
do
I was like, you guys
remember
are dumb.
seeing that.
They've done a number of those things that are very stupid.
Well, it's like mixing chemicals. My
Yeah.
grandmother would sprinkle Comet and then put like bleach or something on
Yeah,
top
you
of
gotta
it,
have
or
a
ammonia.
cocktail. You gotta put the cocktail
You
in
gotta
there.
put it in there. It's gotta almost knock you out.
It's got
Yeah,
to.
for you to know
You gotta
that it's
feel once
working.
you're like
That's more
feeling
black
dizzy.
folklore.
That's how you know
Yeah.
it's working good.
Right.
Scrubbing your tub like this.
Yeah.
No, she would crack the window in the bathroom. You crack the window, and get airflow because you have to.
Yeah.
Or you'll die.
Trey would coming up like, no, baby, don't come in here right now. Mommy's cleaning. You stay out there.
I'm sick.
Oh God, I love
That's
it.
terrible.
I love our
Fabuloso
people.
had a recall recently because there was some kind of bacterial in the antibacterial Fabuloso.
Of course it did.
How does that
That's
happen?
the one I buy. The antibacterial, like the
Yeah. So what's the math on that?
Then it's
How is there bacteria
it's
growing in the
bacterial
antibacterial?
resistant?
I don't
Wait,
know.
I
I don't know. All I know is that now I don't trust it.
What's the one? There's one that Dollar Store sells. It's called Awesome or what is it called? That stuff gets out a lot of different things. It is really good. And you can only get it from the dollar store.
I want to say it is
It's
awesome.
awesome. Yeah, I think
it's
it
like
is.
yellow. It's like in a clear bottle and the liquid yellow.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Awesome. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
the one.
I used to get it all the
Windex.
time. Oh yeah, Windex clears
Wouldn't-
everything.
It does. I don't know. My brother got us using glass cleaner. I was like, this just feels bougie, but whatever.
Oh,
I
my
don't
mom
know.
loves that glass. Is the spray one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
my
the
mom loves
foam.
that one. Yeah.
I'm like, what is the? Why,
Like,
why we can't just use
nothing gets
Windex?
my windows cleaner than this.
I mean,
It's not
it
There's
Windex?
an
does-
oven cleaner that's like that too.
Oh.
No, it's a foam spray.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
There's
weird.
an oven cleaner that's like that also.
Oh, hold on. Last one, and I'll leave it be. Is using your china. Like,
On Christmas.
When do you do it?
like, I am a CME china user. Like,
Oh.
I have plates and things.
You're a what?
Christmas, Mother's Day, Easter.
Mm-hmm.
I have never heard of that.
Nicole's used it no less than 3 times this whole episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Def. Okay.
That's
Well,
CME.
Let's
But
bring you up to speed. All right.
And we're back.
my family members will come. Like, I mean, my house is like headquarters. Everybody pops over. Okay, cool. No big deal. But I'll like come upstairs. I'm like, who used my dishes? Somebody used my dishes. But now, mind you,
How do you
I'm not
know?
the one
Were they
washing these
misplaced?
dishes. No, they're just used. Like,
Oh,
instead
the
of
dryer, right?
I got paper plate. Why are you using the dishes when we got
That's
paper
right.
Wait,
products?
you're not talking about your
That's
good
right.
china. You're just meaning like real plates in general.
Yeah.
Ma'am. So we can't even have a real plate. Okay, that's
Oh,
one
why?
I'm
Oh,
sick of
why?
you.
thing. Okay, so my dad not refuses, but low key refuses to eat off paper plates. So if he comes to our house
Him
and
and
like
Beasley.
if we are having a cook, so like from my house, like we're eating on real plates majority of the time, unless there's a ton of people and I just don't have enough.
And
But if we're
who's
coming
doing the dishes
over,
behind all y'all?
yeah, but if we're coming over and it's like a cookout, like something really casual, everyone will have a paper plate. Jerome Johnson will get a real plate,
Uh-huh.
and he'll be like, "I'll wash it. I'll wash it. It's fine. I'll wash it." I'm like,
My-
"Dad, that's not."
Good
My
point.
sister is the same way.
Yeah,
And now her children are like they do the same thing. It's like it's like there's paper plates. I buy paper bowls, I buy paper plates, I buy plastic utensils, and you're gonna use dishes because you
no.
okay.
I
All
will.
right.
Yeah, I for the most part will eat on real plates unless it's a lot of people at the house. But I use my china, like my good stuff, on Christmas, Thanksgiving. Like
Mm.
that's it.
I don't think I've graduated to using my good china because I think we barely even got any. But I also like forget that we have it. Like we have I have sets now that I like forget
Exists.
to use.
Right.
I mean, I'm like, dang, I should have. That was a perfect
That's a
opportunity.
perfect moment.
I
Yeah.
only got enough for the adults, so the kids got to eat off the.
That's okay. They belong
The
on the
regular
children's
plate.
table anyways.
That's
It's right
the
of
children's
passage.
table.
Is that a black thing?
I
A
think
kids table?
So. I
Children's
haven't
table.
heard of anybody else doing that.
Yeah.
I
think
still haven't
so.
graduated from my cousin's houses.
Because there's too many of them.
Is it because you're single? That's racist.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
you're single, it's racist.
It is. It's very racist because I'm
I
single.
remember when I did graduate to their table, and I was like, "Ew, it is boring over here."
Yes. My other cousins who got married, like, we want to come back.
They do. They got TikToks over there.
Right.
Yeah, I want to go back.
Take me back. Take me back.
That's real.
All right, y'all. I think
Oh, man.
we've.
Yeah, I think we've touched on all the major myths.
There's
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah,
That
there are.
Black
I'm sure
folklore
we
has
missed
some range.
Yeah.
deep.
How many meats you got to have at Thanksgiving?
Wow.
Ooh, at least 4.
Ham,
Chicken,
Turkey.
ham, turkey, fish.
maybe a seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Chicken
at
is-
We be
least.
having catfish at Thanksgiving.
Chicken is like,
Well,
Yeah, no, it's not chicken. It's typically
Turkey.
turkey,
turkey,
ham, ribs,
ribs.
pot roast.
Oh, we
Oh.
usually will have a pot roast, maybe.
Oh, we
And-
have 5 sometimes.
Yeah.
Because ours is turkey, ham, catfish, fried chicken. Sometimes my mom will do like a short rib or like a pot
Mhm.
roast or something.
Yep. It's
Else that's,
gonna
like,
be
super
It's
tender
gonna be at
and-
least 4 or 5.
That's what I'm
meats.
talking about.
Wow. I
I
didn't
don't
know
know.
that.
Okay, I have one more question. Do y'all have like a food that like only your mom or like grandma can eat, but like they've ruined it if anyone else makes it differently? So like for example, I love my mom's dressing, Thanksgiving dressing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat a lot of other people's because it doesn't
Dressing
taste like
also
hers.
known as
Stuffing,
Dressing.
but not stuffing.
Dressing. It's known as dressing.
It's not. It's not cooked inside the
I just want to
turkey.
make sure our listeners of alternative realities know
It's
what we're
cooked-
talking
I know, I'm
about.
just-
Ours is
playing.
cooked outside the turkey.
Why are you drinking vinaigrette? That's what
Yes.
they're gonna be wondering.
Cooking. Look, my mom makes stuffing,
Well,
and it does not
Everybody's not
go
blessed.
in the turkey. It
I said we've used
gets
the words
made.
interchangeably. Dressing and stuffing is interchangeably in my house.
if
I
it
don't eat either.
has more moisture than most breads, it is dressing. If it is dry as all get out, it's stuffing.
Okay, well, my mom makes dressing.
whatever.
So do you have a food that like your parents, because of them, you can't eat anyone else's?
Catfish.
Yes, I would definitely say your dad has ruined it for me.
Yeah, I can't like.
My mom's catfish is really good too.
I haven't had it.
Me either. The
But your
catfish my
dad's
dad makes
catfish is
is
legendary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't even try it at other places. I just
I think the one thing that my mom used to make, I mean, I've now taken it over, but it ruined it for other people. So like now I'm super judgy, is mac and cheese for
I-
sure.
Yeah. Although I've had people that mac and cheese is not hard. I don't know. I've had bad mac and cheese before, but I've also had really good mac and cheese other places.
my mom's lasagna is also like really good. Not that I can't eat like other people's, but it does make me be like, it's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I will like
Mid.
judge it.
My aunt's spaghetti is like that. Like no one can make spaghetti like hers. I don't know what she does,
You
but
know-
it's so good.
My
My mom's-
nephew,
Besides Rita's, my mom's chicken salad is also like really
oh, yeah,
good.
Rita's chicken salad is
Oh,
so.
my
I've
mom-
never had your mom's chicken
She
salad.
just like will whip it up like so fast. Like it's just like, oh, I couldn't think of what to make and I was kind of hungry.
have had it.
It's
and
so good.
Yes.
Well, dang, now I want it.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
It is really
I'm
good.
gonna ask her for it at church tomorrow.
Mhm. You
I'm
should.
gonna text her.
You should.
Oh yeah, Patrick's mom makes pepper pot for Christmas, which is really really great.
What's that?
I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's oxtails and
Ooh,
plus.
sign me
Well,
up.
see,
so it's like she makes a bread that goes with it, and then so it's like the gravy and like the pepper pot itself, and like you eat it like first thing on Christmas, and then you eat it again for dinner with the rest of like Christmas dinner. It's really good. And his mom's greens are really good. They don't eat pork, so it's made with smoked turkey,
Mhm.
and it is
Yeah.
so good.
yeah. I have started to transition.
Yeah, my family transitioned to smoked turkey too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Look
it.
at y'all.
It is-
Being
It's
healthy.
because of me though. Because if they don't, I can't
Aw,
eat nothing.
bless.
Look at
a
you
good
making them
reason.
healthy.
Yeah.
It took a long time though.
I'm not gonna say I transitioned for any other reason outside of I think my dad likes smoked turkey, but I just tried it before. I've also tried it with no meat and it tastes really, really good too. I think it just depends on what you put in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How you cook?
Yeah. It depends on like your seasoning, but I know going back to mac and cheese, I will always start off with did you use egg? And if somebody tells me yes, I'm no, thank
thanks.
you.
It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
necessary.
super judgy about that. Egg
You
does not
are
belong in mac and
very
cheese.
judgy
And
about mac and cheese.
you can fight me, but you're not gonna win.
I think for me, my mom is sweet potatoes because she
Ooh.
doesn't do them like anybody else's. It's an orange sweet potato, which I've never had before.
What color is it usually?
No, like she adds orange peel.
Oh, okay, okay,
the
okay.
sweet potato.
I was
And
like
it's-
purple sweet potatoes for
No,
like candied yam.
yeah.
I'm confused. Okay, okay.
But they're not super sweet, but they got that like tangy and sweet. And I don't know anybody else that does them, so I'm always like, hey, you ain't got to cook up a lot of stuff, but between the dressing and that, I'm gonna need like both of those. But my dad does chili. I realize I don't like. I know people do like chilies at other places. No, I only want his chili. That's the only person whose chili I'll ever eat.
Yeah.
My dad also makes a really good dirty rice.
Ooh.
Which is so good. He doesn't make it like that often. In fact, I haven't had it in years. Now I'm thinking about it. And I'm going to text him after this podcast and be like, bro, dirty rice. Let's get on it.
Dirty rice, catfish, and chicken salad.
Yeah, and he makes a really good strawberry salad in the summers, which is like really like random and sporadic, but it's so like good and refreshing and not like weighed down. If that makes sense.
My dad makes a good gumbo. That's his dish. Gumbo and beans and rice.
You know,
tell Jerome I'll be by with.
Now, it takes him all day though, so you gotta
you
gotta let him know when you want it. It takes him all day.
So
I for some crab legs. What do you
He actually
mean?
doesn't put crab legs in his.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
What does he make? Like just chicken gumbo, or does he put seafood in it?
He puts shrimp, crab. I think there's sausages, andouille sausage.
I'm only
But he
asking.
doesn't do crab legs. He does like the meat.
Yeah.
Just the meat.
Apparently there's a difference.
Crab legs though.
I didn't know that there was just gumbo and then seafood gumbo. I thought that gumbo was always had seafood in it.
Me too. I remember like I said someone put like chicken and seafood in the gumbo. They're like, oh, that's blasphemous. You do not mix it. I was like, okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do what you want.
You know, one thing I have never had before in life that I do want to try, I don't know why I've never had it, is oxtails.
I've never had oxtail either.
Okay, we need to have.
I feel like my body might reject it.
This?
Yeah,
Patrick,
I'm
how do
not
we
eating meat.
rectify this?
Like beef. I don't know that I would.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I haven't had it.
Good.
I've never had oxtails.
Okay.
So help.
There's a place near us that has really good oxtails, right? Yeah. Next time.
Okay.
All right.
Please.
So one thing we gonna do, like we've been doing, is
Tangent.
tangent.
I feel like your question actually just was a really good tangent. I don't know. Do we still feel the need to?
Okay.
No.
I feel like that was a really good question.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
I feel served by it.
Sorry, I stole your show.
No, it's okay. I'm happy for you.
Oh.
I love that.
Well, then it's time for Coley's Corner.
That was so good.
No, it wasn't. You're lying. I can see it all on your face.
No, I like it. Can I see yours?
Oh, not you not remembering.
All right. So today for Coley's Corner is a question from an anonymous friend. And it is, it as reads, I T-boned on the driver's side and dragged a further 40 feet. I was in my work car, so everything is covered under workers' comp. I walked away without a scratch and feeling grateful. I'm home today and off from work. The elders are telling me to take the week off. But to be honest, I'm not sure how to proceed. Y'all have any advice?
Wait, they got T-boned?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got T-boned on the driver's side and dragged about 40 feet.
The car was dragged 40 feet?
Like pushed?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They were in their work car. So everything's covered under workers' comp. So it's, it's not their personal vehicle. And they walked away without a scratch. Just feeling grateful, which I'm glad you're okay. That's amazing. So I'm grateful for that.
Yes.
Home, and off from work, but the elders are taking you to take a whole week off. You're not sure how to proceed. Well, let me tell you.
Come on,
take
now.
the week.
Is that all you're gonna take?
Yeah. Wait, I'm right. It just
Carol
a week.
got out the car like,
Right. I'm feeling my neck, my back.
My neck and my back.
Yeah, all of it. I mean, if you feel okay, and first and foremost, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna see what my company allows for me to take first.
Max it out.
Right. And then if the company says you can take about 3 months and you only feel a week, then maybe take 2.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say take your time. Everything, unfortunately, things good and bad happen for a reason. And maybe this is God's way of just telling you to sit down and take a break for a minute, especially if the elders are telling you to take some time. Maybe the weak part you're not hearing very clearly. maybe you need to take a little bit extra time. So listen to the company guidelines as to how much time you should take off. But I'm gonna say find your rest in the moment, because how you feel today may not be how you feel tomorrow or a week from now. And if the company is permitting you to take the time, take the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you like sometimes with car accidents, that pain doesn't like hit right away,
Right.
and so you need time to let your body adjust and react
Schedule
to
your
whatever it's going to
doctor's
do.
appointment.
Your head might hurt.
Go get checked out.
Yeah, you need check everything.
Yeah,
Take
I
the
mean, not for anything else, but to just make sure you're healthy.
Bottom line is that, and you never know. To Carol's point, like adrenaline is running high on the first day,
Right, and you don't feel things.
You don't feel things right away, and your body settles in different once it's unclenched, and you've had a minute to kind of clear your head and figure out, okay, what are next steps?
Right,
you don't get a chance to do any of that when you jump right back into what you were doing before. It was a major, even if it wasn't a major accident, I don't care what anybody says. If you get into a fender bender, you just don't know how that's going to affect you.
Right.
And if it's enough to have bent the car up, then you're bent up whether or not you feeling it or not. Like, our bodies are pretty resilient, yes, but at the same time, they'll hold you together until they can't hold you together no more. And that time might be a week.
Right.
Or if your company gives you 3 months, it might be in 3 months. You don't know when it's going to hit. So if the elders be knowing, that's all I got to say. All right.
I mean,
the elders
sometimes
be knowing. On that one.
The nurturing nature in me is always going to say you have to take care of yourself. Like,
and what they going to be missing out if you ain't there?
Right.
And if you die, they're going to replace you.
Right.
I mean,
you only got one body.
Why do you look so sad?
Listen, I agree. My only caveat to all of this is that if taking off extra time, like 3 months, is going to hurt you by the time you come back, maybe don't do that.
Fair. I mean,
but
use your best
definitely take the week.
Yeah, for sure.
Minimum.
I mean, at the end of the day, fender bender or not, like, you definitely want to make sure that you are going to go get seen by a professional. Make sure that there's things that maybe you're not necessarily feeling in the moment, that, there's a reason why we have testing and blood tests and scans and things like that. Just go get checked professionally. Don't self-diagnose, get the answers you need. So in that way you can keep going. I mean, I don't know if your job requires hard labor or anything like that, but all of that takes a toll. So if you have to go to work and do any type of physical labor, you want to make sure that you don't stress whatever it may be even further, even though it may just be a scratch, because a bruise can turn into a lot of different things. So just make sure you take
the elders on that.
That's right.
For sure. Yeah. Take care of yourself
out there. Yes.
That's
please.
key.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Put yourself first. Fuck that job. Make sure you're good.
If it's going to affect your staying there for 3 weeks, it's going to affect your job.
No, that's not what I mean. I just mean, like, you know how, like, you be out.
Yeah.
And when you go on leave, you be stressed about, like, all the work you're going to come back to. That's what I mean. Like, if you're going to end up having to come back to a mountain of work because you took 2 months off, it may not help you in the end.
Right.
Like, a week, you're probably good.
Yeah.
That's what
just
I meant.
be wise, but take care of yourself first and foremost, because that job won't get done whether or not you're there or not.
That's
big fat.
That's what we got to say in Cody's Corner. So just make sure that you like I said, take care of yourself. And if you have any questions or need any advice, just submit a request either to our DMs at What Keeps Us, or you can email us at WKUtogether@gmail.com.
That's right.
Look at you getting it.
I'm getting it
You
one
got
day.
it.
All right, y'all. It's time for Meme of the Week. Okay, so on topic for today, I'm on one of my favorite Instagram accounts, the Melanin Shades Room, and it says, onion powder and garlic powder don't go in every dish. Black people, watch this.
It does. And does.
Oh my God.
Unless it's a dessert, it goes in there.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to add one more. Onion powder, garlic powder, and Lowry's.
Seasoned salt.
Yeah, you got to put seasoned salt in it.
Yeah, mine seasoned salt's iffy. I might do like sea salt or something else. Depends. But onion powder, garlic powder, and everything.
But see, I'll use seasoned salt, but won't put no other salt. I don't use.
Well, why would you?
I mean, some people do. Some people double up.
Stack them. Stack the salt.
They do.
Okay, I got 2 more. Only black people think outside is a smell, and that's the problem.
That is the problem.
That is completely
or
problem.
dog. A dog is also a smell. You
Yes,
smell like
it
dog,
is.
Wet
Wet
dog.
dog.
and you smell like
specifically.
outside. Yeah.
In those moments, take your bar of soap, lather it in your rag, put the soap away, and wash from head to toe.
Yeah. And I have one more because this is
Repeatedly.
me. Black
Daily.
people. Black people after being
Yes.
on the phone for 2 hours. All right, I ain't want nothing.
The way I sent that to my black ass coworker used to do that shit to me all the time. All right, I didn't want nothing. Girl, we've been talking for 2 hours.
That's
You
how
don't want nothing else?
Or hold on, this one. All right, well, I won't hold you.
you done holded me.
That'd be why I don't like closing ministry, because we be there for hours.
Yes.
And it don't
Yeah.
even like,
Money
we could
long
go,
in that thing.
right. We could be somewhere. We could go
Just eat.
Yeah.
We could
Something.
Close
accomplish
the restaurant down.
Right. Be in there for hours.
That don't make no
Hers
sense.
to hers.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Hers and
Anyway.
hers. All right, y'all.
All right, appreciate.
Mm.
Who we
wants to go?
affirming? Niggas.
Yep,
Yeah. Oh, I got mine.
I have mine.
Black people?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead since y'all sound so secure in it.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, keep being black, y'all. I enjoy
And I'm
every-
black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all.
And
And
I'm
I'm blackity black.
No, but for real, everything we talked about today, I affirm. I enjoy every bit of it, even the stuff that don't make sense, even the stuff that we just learned about and is problematic, but all of it. I love our culture. I love everything about it. I love being a part of an exclusive club that a bunch of people want to get in, but they can't. I love our culture. So all the myths, let's keep doing it, y'all. Come up with more stuff.
Keep it
I
up.
love it. I love it.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I can go next.
Okay, so I'm gonna affirm for us all of the positive things. Like Isaiah mentioned, I just love us in general. I know a lot of times I say I can't stand us, but really and truly, I love us. I love every part of us. But what I also will affirm, mainly what I want to focus on affirming today is when we share things, let's share all of the good things, all the helpful things, like all the things that we want to pass down for generations and generations that are just helpful. Like I think Tiff mentioned some earlier today, like when you are, maybe expecting or not expecting like health. I know castor oil, black seed oil. I've heard lots of people pass some home remedies down that are
Chlorophyll.
just,
Chlorophyll.
I mean, for real.
are you?
I am.
We'll revisit this.
Wait, chlorophyll or the stuff that's in the seaweed? What's that other thing called?
Sea moss. Both.
Oh, I thought chlorophyll was the thing that you knock people out with.
That.
That's chloroform.
Oh. Look, I had to ask because I was like, wait, what? I know I was not alone. I was not
You
alone.
weren't, 'cause I was with
not
Nana.
alone.
Why are we knocking people out?
Oh my God. Did you stop here? I feel like just turn off the episode. We're not affirming nothing else. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Just stay us. Just stay us and keep loving on each other. That is
Jesus.
all. I'm sick.
Jesus Christ. I love Black people mainly because we don't take anything seriously.
At all.
Ever.
I affirm that we can keep finding the humor in things, even when things are dire and things suck. I really want us to affirm that we can keep laughing and keep loving, and just keep living. We are very resilient people, and I
Yeah.
love that about us, and I want us to maintain that.
Yeah. Okay. Just more of the same. I feel like I love our culture and I love like everything that we do. I love that we carry on tradition, whether it makes sense to us or not. Like it's ingrained in us and we continue to do it because it's part of who we are. It's part of our culture. It's part of our norms. And I love that it belongs to us and it is like us centric and only we get it. I really love that. I don't know if that's gatekeeping or not. I don't care. I love it. I also love, I'm excited to see what we will be transpiring into the generations after us, given like this like new technological era and all the ways that will form and how that will be so different. I'm excited to see it. I love us for real and Black Twitter till we die.
Yeah, Black Power.
That's right. Way to be on cue.
All right. Well,
Bye, y'all.
until next time.
Bye.
See y'all next
Bye.
time.
Bye.
Peace.